Integration. Question number 1. Integration of cos root x upon root x dx is equal to. Now to solve this question, we can again use integration by substitution method. That is, we will substitute root x is equal to t. Now differentiating both the sides, what we get is 1 upon 2 root x dx is equal to dt. Now the question which we have, that is cos root x upon root x into dx, multiplying numerator and denominator by 2. What we get is 2 cos root x upon 2 root x dx. Now in this question, 1 upon 2 root x dx, that is 1 upon 2 root x dx, instead of this I can substitute dt, and cos root x, instead of root x I can substitute t. So what I get is integration of 2 cos t dt, which is nothing but 2 sin t plus c. Now substituting the value for t again, t was root x, so this will become 2 sin root x plus c. That is option B. 2 sin root x plus c is the correct answer. Question number 2. Integration of e tan inverse x e raised to tan inverse x upon 1 plus x square dx is equal to. Now in this question we can substitute t is nothing but tan inverse x. Put t is equal to tan inverse x. Now differentiating both the sides, what we get is dt is equal to 1 upon 1 plus x square dx. Now resubstituting the value for dt and t in the equation, what we get is equal to integration of e raised to t, that is e raised to tan inverse x is nothing but t, upon dx upon 1 plus x square. Dx upon 1 plus x square is nothing but dt. So d square dt. Now what we get is e raised to t plus c, because integration of e raised to t is e raised to t only. Now we get e raised to t plus c. So what is the value for t? Value for t was tan inverse x. So the final answer is e raised to tan inverse x plus c. That is option C. E raised to tan inverse x plus c. Question number 3. Integration of square root of tan x upon sin x into cos x dx. Now to solve this question, what we can do is, in this question, numerator we have square root of tan x. Square root of tan x, and denominator is sin x into cos x. What we can do is we can multiply numerator and denominator by square root of tan x. So multiplying numerator by square root of tan x and denominator by square root of tan x. So what we get is integration of tan x upon square root of tan x into sin x cos x. Tan x can also be written as sin upon cos. Sin upon cos, sin separated out, and we know that 1 upon cos is nothing but sec x. So instead of tan I can substitute sin x into sec x upon square root of tan x sin x into cos x. Now sin x and sin x gets cancelled. 1 upon cos is nothing but sec x. So what are we left with? We are left with sec square x upon square root of tan x dx. Now we can substitute t is equal to tan x. Differentiating both the sides, we get dt is nothing but sec square x dx. Now we know value for t is nothing but tan x and sec square x is nothing but dt. So resubstituting the values, we get integration of 1 upon root t dt. So that is 2 t raised to 1 by 2 plus c, that is 2. Value for t is nothing but tan x to square root of tan x plus c. That is option B. 2 root tan x plus c. 2 root tan x plus c is the correct answer. Question 4. Integration of sin 2x upon a square plus b square sin square x dx is equal to. Now to solve this question, what we can consider is, we can put a square plus b square sin square x is equal to t. Now differentiating both the sides, what we get is b square sin 2x dx is equal to dt. Now resubstituting the value for t and dt in the equation, in the question that is. So what we get is 1 upon b square common out, integration of dt upon t, that is 1 upon b square. 1 upon t is nothing but log t plus c, that is 1 upon b square log of, the value for t was a square plus b square sin square x. So a square plus b square sin square x plus c is the correct answer. That is option A. 1 upon b square log of a square plus b square sine square x plus c. Question number 5. Integration of 1 upon square root of x tan raised to 4 root x square sec square root x dx is equal to, now we can substitute t is equal to tan of root x, differentiating both the sides. What we get is dt is equal to sec square root x upon 2 root x dx. Now resubstitute the values for t and dt in the equation. What we get is 2 integration of t raised to 4 dt. Integration of t raised to 4 is nothing but t raised to 5 upon 5, as we already know. So this is 2 upon 5 t raised to 5 plus c. Now value for t was tan root x, so this will give us 2 upon 5 tan raised to 5 root x plus c is the correct answer, that is option C. 2 upon 5 tan root 5 root x plus c. Question number 6. Integration of 1 plus x square upon square root of 1 minus x square dx is equal to. Now to solve this question, what we can do is we can put value for x, that is x is equal to sine theta. Differentiating both the sides, what we get is dx is equal to cos theta d theta. Cos theta d theta. Differentiating both the sides, what we get is d theta is equal to dx upon cos theta. Now putting the values, that is resubstituting the values in the equation, what we get is integration of 1 plus sine square theta d theta. After integrating it, theta plus 1 by 2 integration of 1 minus cos 2 theta d theta. So this will give us 3 theta by 2, that is theta plus theta by 2. 3 theta by 2 minus 1 by 2 sine theta square root of 1 minus sine square theta plus c. Now resubstituting the value for theta. As we know, x is equal to sine theta, so theta is considered to be sine inverse of x. So now 3 upon 2 sine inverse of x minus 1 by 2 sine, instead of theta again we have to put sine inverse of x, square root 1 minus sine square sine inverse of x plus c. So as we know, sine and sine inverse gets cancelled, sine inverse gets cancelled. What are we left with? We are left with 3 by 2 sine inverse of x minus 1 by 2 x square root of 1 minus x square plus c. So our answer is option A, 3 by 2 sine inverse of x minus 1 by 2 x square root of 1 minus x square plus c. Question number 7. Integration of x cube square root of 3 plus 5x raised to 4 dx can be solved as, let us put t is equal to 3 plus 5x raised to 4. Now differentiating both the sides. What we get is dt is equal to 5 into 4 20 x cube dx. Now we also know that dx can be written as dt upon 20x cube. We already know that. Now resubstituting the values for dt and t in the equation, what we get is integration of x cube square root of 3 plus 5x raised to 4 dx was the question. This will become integration of dt upon 20 t raised to 1 by 2. So now instead of dx, we had one dx over here. Instead of dx, I substitute the value, that is dt upon 20x cube. dt upon 20x cube. Here the value of x cube, dt upon 20 x cube. So we already have x cube over here and one x cube was kept up. X cube gets cancelled. So we are left with integration of 1 by 20 can be taken out. Integration of t raised to 1 by 2 dt, which can be also written as 2 by 3 into 1 by 20 t raised to 3 by 2 plus c. So substituting the value for 3. So 2 1s are 2 10s are 1 upon 10 into 1 upon 3, which will give us 1 upon 30. And this can be written as 3 plus 5x raised to 4, that is value for t raised to 3 by 2 plus c. So option C is the correct answer. Question number 8. Integration of x into sec square x dx. So now this question can be solved using the technique of integration by parts, that is integration of x square x into sec square x dx can be written as x tan x minus integration of tan x dx, which will give us x tan x plus log of cos x plus c, which is x tan x plus log of cos x plus c. That is option D, x tan x plus log of cos x plus c. Question number 9. Integration of cos inverse of 1 by x dx. So now this question can be again solved by integration by parts. What we can do is integration of cos inverse of 1 by x dx can also be written as integration of sec inverse of x into dx, that is 1 dx. Now using the rule for integration, we can now solve it by sec inverse of x into integration of 1 dx minus integration of derivative of, that is d by dx of sec inverse x into integration of dx bracket close dx. So what we get is x sec inverse of x minus integration of 1 upon x root of x square minus 1 into x dx. So what we get is x sec inverse of x minus integration of square root of x square minus 1 dx, which will give us x sec inverse of x minus, this is cos h inverse of x plus c. That is option B, x sec inverse x minus cos h inverse x plus c is the correct answer. Question number 10. Integration of dx upon x minus x square is equal to, now this question can be solved as integration of dx upon, I can take x common and write it as 1 minus x, which can be further divided into integration of 1 upon x plus 1 upon 1 minus x. Integrating both the terms, what we get is log of x minus log of 1 minus x plus c. As we know, integration of 1 upon x dx is log x, and integration of 1 upon 1 minus x dx is nothing but log of 1 minus x plus c, which is again option A. So option A is the correct answer. Question number 11. Integration of x minus 1 upon x minus 3 into x minus 2 dx is equal to, now to solve this question, we can even resubstitute the question as minus 1 can be written as minus 3 plus 2 upon x minus 3 x minus 2 dx. Denominator can be divided now, subdivided as x minus 3 upon x minus 3 x minus 2 dx plus 2 integration of 2 upon x minus 3 x minus 2 dx, which comes up to log of x minus 2 x minus 3 square upon x minus 2 square plus c. X minus 2 and square gets cancelled. What are we left with? We are left with log of x minus 3 square upon x minus 2 plus c, which is, we know log of a upon b is log a minus log b, that is log of x minus 3 square minus log of x minus 2 plus c, that is option B, log of x minus 3 square minus log of x minus 2 plus c. Question number 12. Integration of 1 minus x 1 upon x minus 1 into x square plus 1 dx is equal to, now this question can be also solved by partial fraction of non-repeated roots, that is 1 upon x minus 1 x square plus 1 can be written as a upon x minus 1 plus bx plus c upon x square plus 1. Now to solve this question, again we know equalizing the denominator and cross multiplying the terms, we get 1 is equal to a x square plus 1 plus bx plus c x minus 1. Comparing, what we get is, we get value for x is equal, if the value for x is equal to 1, a will be 1 by 2. We also know a minus c. After substituting these two, multiplying this, we get a minus c, which is equated with 1. We know value for a is nothing but 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 minus c is equal to 1. Minus c is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2, which will give us c is equal to minus 1 by 2. The value for c is minus 1 by 2, and even b we get minus 1 by 2. Putting these values in the equation, what we get is integration of 1 by 2
1 upon x minus 1 minus 1 by 2 integration of x plus 1 to x square plus 1 dx. So after solving this, what we get is half log of x minus 1 minus 1 by 4 log of x square plus 1 minus half of tan inverse of x plus c. So now half log x minus 1 minus half log x square plus 1 minus. So option C is the correct option. Question number 13. Integration of dx upon 1 plus 3 sine square x is equal to. Now to solve this question, we can even write instead of this 1 can be substituted as sine square x plus cos square x plus 3 sine square x, and here we have dx, which will give us integration of dx upon 4 sine square x plus cos square x, that is 3 sine square plus 1 sine square will give us 4 sine square x. Now after solving, what we get is multiplying numerator and denominator by sec square x. Denominator is left with sec square x into 4 sine square x plus sec square x multiplied by cos square x. After solving, what are we left with? We are left with sec square x dx upon 4 tan square x plus 1, which will give us 1 upon 4 integration of sec square x dx upon tan square x plus 1 by 4. Taking 4 common out, as this one was not having 4, so we have to divide it by 4. Now let us consider t is equal to tan x. So dt will become sec square x dx. Series substituting the values of t and dt. 1 by 4 is nothing but dt upon t plus 1 by 4. So 1 by 4, 1 by t, 1 by 4 can be also written as 1 by 4 integrating this to tan inverse of 2t plus c. So now resubstituting the value for t, that is 1 by 4 tan inverse of 2 tan x plus c. So 1 by 4 tan inverse of 2 tan x plus c is the correct answer. So here we already have a 2 1s are 2 2s are, so we are left with 1 by 2 tan inverse of 2 tan x plus c. That is option B, 1 by 2 tan inverse of 2 tan x plus c. So option B is the correct answer. Question number 14. Integral from 0 to 1 of e raised to 2 ln of x dx, which will give us integration of 0 to 1 e raised to 2 log x of dx, which is nothing but integration of 0 to 1 e raised to log, this 2 will become x raised to 2, that is a log a, which is log x raised to a dx, which will give us from 0 to 1 x square dx. So now substituting the value x square from limit, integration of x square will be x cube upon 3, and limits are from 0 to 1, which will give us, now substituting the upper limit minus lower limit, which will give an answer as 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 is the correct answer. So option C is the correct answer. Question number 15. Integral of from 0 to pi by 4 tan square x dx is equal to. Now to solve this question, instead of tan square x, we can even write sec square x minus 1 and dx. Integral from 0 to pi by 4, which can be also solved as integral of 0 to pi by 4 of sec square x dx minus integral of 0 to pi by 4 of 1 dx, which will give us tan x from the range 0 to pi by 4 minus x from the range 0 to pi by 4. After solving, we get 1 minus pi by 4, which is the correct answer. So option A is the correct answer. Integral of 0 to pi by 2 from 0 to pi by 2 x plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x dx is equal to. Now this question can also be solved as from 0 to pi by 2 x plus sin x, and 1 plus cos x can also be written as 2 cos square x by 2 dx, which can be further solved as 1 by 2 taking common out is 0 to pi by 2 of x sec square x dx plus 0 to pi by 2 of tan x by 2 dx, which can be written as x tan x by 2 from 0 to pi by 2, which gives us pi by 2 tan of pi by 4, which is nothing but pi by 2. So option C is the correct answer. Question number 17. Integral of 0 to pi by 2 of e raised to x sin x dx is equal to. Now, to solve this question, let us consider I is nothing but integral of 0 to pi by 2 of e raised to x sin x dx, which we get it as minus e raised to x cos x from 0 to pi by 2 plus 0 to pi by 2 integral of 0 to pi by 2 e raised to x cos x dx, which gives us minus of e raised to x cos x from 0 to pi by 2 same to same plus e raised to x sin of x from 0 to pi by 2 minus integral of 0 to pi by 2 of e raised to x sin x dx. So therefore, if I take 2i will give us integral of, in bracket we get e raised to x sin x minus cos x of 0 to pi by 2, which gives us e raised to pi by 2 plus 1. Hence, we can write it as from integral of 0 to pi by 2 of e raised to x sin x dx is equal to half e raised to pi by 2 plus 1. Half e raised to pi by 2 plus 1, half e raised to pi by 2 plus 1. So answer is option B. Question number 18. Integration from 1 to 2 of e raised to x 1 upon x minus 1 upon x square dx. To solve this question, when we use integration over here, after integration what we get is 1 upon x e raised to x from the range 1 to 2. After solving, instead of x substituting the value for 2, so we get e square upon 2 minus e. Direct calculation, and the answer is option C, e square by 2 minus e. 19. Integration from 0 to pi by 2 cos x upon 1 plus sin x bracket 2 plus sin x dx is equal to. Now to solve this question, we can even use integration by substitution, that is t is equal to sin x. If you put t is equal to sin x, differentiating both the sides, what we get is dt is equal to cos x dx. Now reducing this equation, what are we left with is 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 1 upon 1 plus t minus 1 upon 2 plus t dt, which will give us log of 1 plus t minus log of 2 plus t, and our integral was from range 0 to 1, which will give us log of 2 by 3 minus log of 1 by 3. After solving this, log of 2 by 3 minus log of 1 by 3, what are we left with is log of 4 by 3. So option A is the correct answer. Question number 20. Integral from pi by 3 to pi by 2 square root of 1 plus cos x upon 1 minus cos x raised to pi by 2 dx is equal to. Now to solve this type of question, we need to rationalize the numerator and denominator and take the conjugate, that is 1 plus cos x upon 1 minus cos x raised to 5 by 2. Integral was from pi by 3 to pi by 2. Multiplying numerator and denominator by root of 1 minus cos x upon square root of 1 minus cos x dx. After multiplying, root of 1 plus cos x, root of 1 minus cos x will give us sin x upon, here what are we left with is 1 minus cos x cube from pi by 3 to pi by 2 dx. Now let us consider by integration by substitution 1 minus cos x, we can put 1 minus cos x as t. Differentiating both the sides, what we get is, after differentiation, and also we can directly substitute the value for t over here, and also we get x is equal to pi by 3 and t is equal to 1 by 2, x is equal to pi by 2 and t is equal to 1. Therefore I, that is the integration, becomes from 1 by 2 to 1 dt by t cube. After reducing it to t, substituting the value for t and dt, now what we get is t raised to minus 2 upon minus 2 from 1 to 1 by 2, that is upper limit is 1 and lower limit is 1 by 2. After substituting the upper limit and lower limit, what we get is 3 by 2. So option B is the correct answer. Number 21. Integral from 1 to 2 of 1 upon x square e raised to minus 1 by x dx is equal to. Now we can put t is equal to minus 1 by x. After differentiating, what we get is dt is nothing but 1 upon x square dx. And we already have 1 upon x square dx. And even to resubstituting the values of t and dt, what we get is integral from minus 1 to minus 1 by 2 e raised to t dt, which will give us e raised to t from minus 1 to minus 1 by 2, which gives us e raised to minus 1 by 2 minus e raised to minus 1. After solving it, what we get is square root of e minus 1 upon e. So option D is the correct answer. Question number 22. Integration from 0 to 1 of sine inverse of 2x upon 1 plus x square dx is equal to. Now to solve this question, we can even put x is equal to tan theta. Differentiating both the sides, what we get is dx is equal to sec square theta d theta. As x is equal to 1, theta will be pi by 4. X is equal to 0, theta will be 0. Then I can be written as 2 integral from 0 to pi by 4, 0 to pi by 4 of theta sec square theta d theta, which will give us 2 theta tan theta from 0 to pi by 4 minus 2 integral of 0 to pi by 4, 0 to pi by 4 of tan theta d theta. After solving this, what we get is pi by 4 plus 2 log of cos theta raised to 0 to pi by 4. That is the range is from 0 to pi by 4. Now upper limit minus lower limit will give us pi by 2 minus 2 log root 2, which is pi by 2 minus 2 log root 2. That is option A is the correct answer. 23. Integration from 1 to e raised to x upon x brackets 1 plus x log x dx is equal to. Now to solve this question, that is 1 to e raised to x upon x 1 plus x log x dx can also be written as 1 to e 1 upon x e raised to x dx plus dx integral of 1 to e raised to x log of x to the base e dx, which can be even solved as e raised to x log of x from 1 to e minus integration of 1 to e raised to x log x dx plus integral of 1 to e raised to x log x dx. After solving, what we get is e raised to e log of e minus e raised to 1 log to the base e of 1, which will give us e raised to e, which is option A. So option A is the correct answer. Integral of pi by 6 to pi by 4 of cosec 2x dx is equal to, this can be also solved as 1 by 2 log of tan x from pi by 4 to pi by 6, which can be also written as half log of tan, substituting the upper limit, that is pi by 4, log of tan pi by 4 minus log of tan pi by 6, which gives us half log of tan pi by 4 minus log of tan pi by 6 will give us log of root 3. So half log root 3, that is none of the above. So option D is the correct answer. Number 25. Integration from 0 to pi by 2 of square root of cos x sine cube theta d theta is equal to. Now to solve this question, we can even consider t is equal to cos theta. Differentiating both the sides, what we get is d theta is equal to minus sin theta d theta. Then I is equal to minus integral from 1 to 0 of t raised to 1 by 2, that is cos theta was t, to t raised to 1 by 2 1 minus t square dt, that is 0 to 1 of t raised to 1 by 2 minus t raised to 5 by 2 dt, which can be also written as 2 by 3 t raised to 3 by 2 minus 2 by 7 t raised to 7 by 2 from 0 to 1. After substituting the upper limit minus lower limit, what we get is 8 by 21. So option B is the correct answer. Number 26, integration of a to b of log x upon x dx is equal to. Now to solve this question, let us start. I is equal to integration of a to b 1 upon x log x dx, which can be also written as log x from a to b minus integral of a to b 1 upon x log x dx. So therefore 2I can be written as log x square from a to b, which is equal to I is equal to 1 by 2 log of b square, that is upper limit minus lower limit. So instead of x I'll substitute b first. Log of b square minus log of a square, which will give us 1 by 2 log of ab log of b by a. That is option C is the correct answer. So integral from 0 to minus 1 tan inverse of x dx is equal to, let us consider x is equal to tan theta. Differentiating both the sides, dx is equal to, differentiation of tan theta will give us sec square theta d theta. As we know, as x is equal to 0, theta is also equal to 0, x is equal to 1, theta will be pi by 4. Therefore, from 0 to 1 of tan inverse of x dx, that is the question, is nothing but from 0 to pi by 4 theta sec square theta d theta, which will give us theta of tan theta plus log of cos theta from 0 to pi by 4, which will give us pi by 4 plus log of 1 by root 2, which is nothing but pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 log of 2. That is pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 log of 2. That is option A. Pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 log 2. Question number 28. Integral from 0 to 1 dx upon ax plus b 1 minus x the whole square is equal to. Now to solve this question, let us put the value for t as a minus b of x plus b. After differentiating both the sides, what we get is dt is nothing but a minus b dx. So as x is equal to 1, t is equal to a, x is equal to 0, t is equal to b. Then I is equal to 1 upon a minus b from a to b, that is lower limit to upper limit b to a, 1 upon t square dt, which is 1 upon a minus b minus 1 upon t from a to b. Now substituting upper limit minus lower limit, what we get is 1 upon a minus b upon ab. Now cancelling a minus b, what are we left with? We are left with 1 upon a into b. That is option D. Question number 29. The correct evaluation of integral of 0 to pi by 2 sin x sin 2x is. Now to evaluate this, 0 to pi by 2 sin square x into cos x dx. Now let us put t is nothing but sin x, derivating both the sides or taking differentiation on both the sides. Dt is equal to cos x dx. I is equal to 2 integral from 0 to 1 t square dt. Substituting the values, what we get is t square dt. Now this will give us 2 by 3 t cube from 0 to 1, integration of t square, that is t 3 raised to 3 upon 3, t cube upon 3. So 3 taking common out, 2 by 3 t cube from 1 to 0. Now upper limit minus lower limit, which will give us 2 by 3 1 minus 0, which will give us 2 by 3 into 1, that is 2 by 3. So option D is the correct answer. Number 30. Integral from 0 to 1 tan inverse of x upon 1 plus x square dx is equal to. Now to solve this question, let us put t is nothing but tan inverse of x. Taking derivative on both the sides, what we get is dt is equal to 1 upon 1 plus x square dx. Then resubstitution, that is from 0 to 1 of tan inverse of x upon 1 plus x square dx will become 0 to pi by 4 t dt. Integration of t will give us t square upon 2 from the range 0 to pi by 4. Now upper limit minus lower limit. Instead of t, we'll substitute pi by 4 first and then 0. So what we get is pi square by 32. That is option D. So option D is the correct answer.